In this problem, we're asked to find the length and the width given the height. For a box that has a volume of 120 cubic centimeters. So we know that the volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. So we're going to sub in the values that we have. We know the actual volume is 120, and that's going to be equal to the length, which is 2x minus 2, times the width, which is x minus 3, times the height, which is 4. So step number 1 was to sub the information into the formula: the length, the width, the height, and the volume. Remember, we're trying to find the actual length and the actual width, so we have to solve for x here. We're going to solve first by multiplying the two binomials together. So I'm going to go ahead and drop down 120, and then we're going to multiply the 2x times everything in the other parentheses. So 2x times x is 2x squared, and then 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. Now we're going to focus on multiplying negative 2 times everything in the other parentheses. So negative 2 times x, which is negative 2x. And then we have negative 2 times negative 3, which is positive 6. Alright, and then we're still going to multiply all of that times 4. Now, we're going to combine like terms here, and we end up with negative 8x. So we have 2x squared minus 8x plus 6, all going to be multiplied by 4, and we know it's equal to 120. When we multiply, we're going to end up with 4 times 2x, which is 8x squared, and then we're going to end up with minus 32x, and then plus 24. Now what we have to do is we want to set this equal to 0 so we can use the zero product property. So we're going to subtract 120 from both sides. When we subtract 120 from both sides, we end up with 0 is equal to 8x squared minus 32x minus 96. Alright, now what we're going to do is we can see here that there's a common factor, so we can actually factor out 8. So 0 is equal to, we're going to factor out 8. If we factor out 8 and 8x squared, we end up with x squared. Negative 32x divided by 8 is negative 4x. And then negative 96 divided by 8 is negative 12. Now what we need to do is divide both sides by 8 to get rid of that factor of 8. And we're left with 0 is equal to x squared minus 4x minus 12. Alright, now we're going to find some factors of 12, negative 12, that give us negative 4 when we add them. Alright, what about 2 and negative 6? Alright, so 0 is equal to x plus 2 times x minus 6. When we set them both equal to 0, we must add 6 to both sides here for an answer of x equals 6. And then we subtract 2 from both sides here for an answer of x equals negative 2. If we're talking about length, then this is the only correct answer. X equals 6, so 6 centimeters. And the extraneous solution would be this one, the x equals negative 2, because we will not have any negative measurements. So if we go back and sub in 2 times 6 minus 2, that's 10. And then 6 minus 2 is 4. Sorry, this is just 6 minus 3, which is 3. And then we had a height of 4. So when we multiply length, width, and height, we end up with 120 centimeters cubed.